Okay, how am I gonna do this? Hi, I'm back. Kinda. I don't want to promise anything because I'm not really 100% sure I can or will fulfill those promises. Anyway, I just want to address a couple things, right? In short, yap sesh hopefully won't be too long, right? So yeah. Um, I also want to mention I did do a video on this about a year ago. But I didn't. That's kind of outdated. And if you guys haven't noticed, I haven't really been active on this channel that much. So yeah, so this video is gonna be kind of scripted, kind of not. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna be doing this Technoblade style with Minecraft in the background. Hopefully, if I actually get around to editing this. Um. Anyway, I'm just gonna cut the cheese. Never saying that again. I'm just gonna get to the gist of it and talk about what the hell's been going on with me. So it comes down to really two main reasons: motivation and my personal life. So first of all, I want to talk about motivation. Right, I did talk about this a lot in the other video, but I think I should go more in depth into that specific topic. And if I'm being okay, listen. If I'm being completely honest with myself, I am pretty terrified on what others think about me. Genuinely, sometimes I can't stand the image of myself. I'm not trying to make this a sob story, um, either. But obviously having an entire channel since what how was it? It's almost 5 years now. No, probably it's probably already been 5 years, right? Um, and having an entire channel based off playing with dolls for a living, and going into high school, that same person is going into high school does not really help with that self image. And obviously this took a toll on how I wanted to make content. I also considered rebranding probably dozens of times by now, or just off the channel entirely. And I kinda did. I did delete 300 of my videos for Christ's sakes. Um. Anyway, right. This affected how I wanted to make content. So you know, I started. Well, I guess this isn't really a terrible thing, right? But I started scripting my videos, right? And I admit it did more harm than good. It was a good thing, right? I had a story more set in stone, but it also kind of harmed my channel. I was trying to make them more mature, I guess, or more likable, which did the exact opposite. My videos started to sound, little bit more robotic in a way, like Chat GPT wrote them, even though, this was before Chat GPT's time, making it less and less likable than what I anticipated. And doing this made me also doubt to even, simply post the videos. Like seriously, I probably have dozens of videos in my drive, or just in my phone that I have recorded, or edited already, and I just didn't have the confidence to show you all them because I thought I would get made fun of in school, or I would, I just thought you guys. I accidentally freaking took off the recording. Um, but yeah, at the same time, I also felt kind of lazy. I mean, I am kind of lazy. I which is probably a really bad thing to admit on the internet, but it's true. Like, I guess sometimes I perceive myself online as the guy who has all his shit together or whatever. I don't. I struggle to film the videos, let alone edit them, despite fantasizing about how amazing they would turn out, for hours of my classes. Seriously, I would fantasize about them and tell my best friend Jude about it, and he would think it's amazing just to get disappointed because I forgot to record them, or just didn't have the motivation to. Right? It got so bad to the point where I even decided hiring Jordan to start editing my videos, or just have Fetch start producing and uploading Creation of the Vortex instead of me. you know, um, which by the way, I can't promise that that series can be continued or not. There have been nights where me and Fetch have literally, well, me, Fetch, in spring, or and it's not even just them, just with other content creators, maybe with Jordan or Joseph or whatever, um, thinking on what the hell, or if we should make a story together, if we should make videos together, and we will spend hours talking about it just to never get to it. Like that FNAF musical I was talking about, we talked about it for hours, and nobody did their part, which is kind of sad because I was actually really looking forward to that. Anyway, um, I don't think there's anything in motivation that I want to talk about, so I want to talk about my personal life now, and I admit my life hasn't had anything super drastic going on. There has been some pretty important things in my life that I probably should address, so that's what I'm gonna do now. It's not really like, it's not like traumatic or anything, but anyway, first of which, school, right? Now you see, I've been doing YouTube pretty long time, right? More than half my life. 2016 actually. I started this channel in when I was like 6. Uh, but I started this specific channel when I was like 9, right? 2019. You would and obviously as a little kid, you would have some pretty big dreams, which can be not too realistic, right? And it got it. Fast forward to now, I'm in my last year of middle school, which I know doesn't seem that important, but obviously I want to take school kind of more seriously. Which I admit I'm doing a poor job at. In fact, I'm supposed to be doing homework right now because it's the last week of school currently, and I'm just really irresponsible, I guess. Um, uh, anyway, uh, uh, during this time, I also joined band. And I've probably taken it way too seriously than I should, but music is a pretty big part of my life now. Which obviously, I know it doesn't seem like a big deal. Probably thousands of content creators have found a way to balance the in between this, right? Uh, but for me, I'd taken it really seriously because my band director decided to put me in high school, in the high school band, right? And so, both concert and marching. And now I won't try to get into that a lot. So yeah, and which means it got me pretty busy with my time when with concerts and competitions every few weeks. And in addition to that, I started branching out even more. Creating my own personal band. We dubbed Panic Actors. I recently started to get into gigs like churches and stuff, um, music groups, and every single one of that. Um, but yeah, I'm not. I could probably talk about that for hours, but I'm not going to. In addition to that, these past few years have been pretty busy for my family. So much so that it actually feels like we're in a different state or having a trip every few months, or something is happening every few weeks. Whether it's weddings or anniversaries or just a trip for the hell of it, you get the gist, right? So that was happening. We were moving a lot too around these times. So yeah, and in the past few years there were also some kind of weird stuff happening with my family, my stepfather. And I won't say it's abuse, but yeah, cops were called. I probably shouldn't have said that. Um, that was going on. I also picked up Taekwondo. It's a Korean martial art. If you didn't know, I've been doing that for a couple years. I'm blue belt, by the way. I don't know why I told you that. Um, Adding on to the motivation stuff, I also, I also been kind of confused on whether or not, or I've been kind of confused on what the hell I'm gonna do in my life, career wise. Like, like I said, I picked up music. I take it. It's a really big passion of mine, but at the same time, I YouTube has been a pretty big passion of mine for a while, and I recently rediscovered my love for it. So, I've been kind of stuck in the past few months trying to decide whether I want to focus on the film, acting, YouTube side of my career or the music side of my career, which both have their pros and cons. I don't really feel like getting into that though. But it was something that I thought about pretty often. Um, I also have a girlfriend now. Which honestly is pretty unbelievable to me, considering the fact like I play with dolls for a living. So I'm not gonna get into that, right? Because I don't want this video to be hours long. So if you're watching this, I love you, so. Um, so yeah, I've also been streaming a lot to try to get this channel more active, which I think is kind of going well, kind of not. I don't know. I started a new channel that I'm probably never gonna be active on because if you guys remember, with the crisis I had or whatever on whether or not I wanted to post on this channel, so I created that channel. I posted one video on there. Uh, that was really it. Uh, yeah, I think that about covers it. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna try to be active more on this channel as much as I can. Well, I won't say as much as I can, but I'm gonna try to post during the summer. I can't promise that, but I'll see you guys in hopefully not another 3 months. Um, yeah. Well, thank you for tuning into my TED Talk. Goodbye.